An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Hurts. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. They wind up getting 16, but even that's not quite enough. It's fourth down.
There's another example what defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They give up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a fourth down.
They're going on fourth down with Hurts. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they find a way to convert on 4th and 10. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here. 1st and 10. Play action. Here's Hurts. He delivers another to Goddard, complete. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Hurts. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
That's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish it as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive. But this is 3rd down. Hurts sets up to throw it. And that's out to the flat for Swift. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2. Well, that's how you use your safety valve, CD. He didn't appear to be the intended target, but they got it to him, and he was able to get just enough to pick up the first.
And what a great example of where we are right now in the NFL, because if you're a running back, you're not just going to carry it. You got to catch it out of the backfield as well. Those combo guys, they're the ones everyone wants on the field.
And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. It's Zaven Collins who got in there to get the sack.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing it.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Marco Wilson. And the Cardinals are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover. They may have thrown the interception, obviously less than ideal, but I think they also sent a message that they're going to push the ball downfield in this one.
Yeah, not afraid to take those shots right away, huh? What was that, like a 9-9-9 route? 9 meaning go? Just went ahead and went for it. Didn't work out so well because it certainly appeared the defense was prepared. But I'm with you. Okay, so it didn't work this time. Doesn't mean we won't try it again later.
Now a man in his 2nd season in a Cardinal uniform. Here's James Conner. Brandon Graham, great pursuit there, getting the tackle for loss.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
On 2nd and 12, Murray. He's got his target. That's Zach Pascal. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A first down there on a pickup at 25. Throwing now is Murray. And this will be swung out here for Conner. And they'll work this down inside the 30. The Cardinals in a perfect 4-0 to start the campaign. They've been playing their best football of the year. Winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. No score after 1 on EA Sports. And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. Out of the gun, here's Murray. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Madden. And the Eagles are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching the bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
It was Jason Pierre-Paul who was able to get him down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Marco Wilson. And the Cards are going to take possession of the football. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
So that challenge, a successful one. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Oh, Pascal able to haul that one in. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. First down, Murray. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
On second down, Connor looking for space. And he's going to have a gain of 11 to the 11 before he's brought down. First and 10. Good push up front and then a run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
Right back to Connor here on first. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
On 2nd and 7, Murray. Touchdown! Zach Ertz, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Now Matt Prater for the point after. The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag. So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Here we go.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He'll get this off to Swift. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are. You know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. From the gun, it's Hurts. Goes right back to Smith again. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Up the middle, here's Elliott. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. 17 yards and a first down for Philly. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. On second down, Elliott. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. Throwing again on second down. Hurts. And Hurts is intercepted, his 3rd of the game. Buda Baker with a pick. And the Cardinals are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. They start the drive with Connor. And they'll get him down up past the 15. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. We often give credit to the O-line there. 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, and tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it's second down. Murray now. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And the Eagles are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
60
A first down carry by Elliott. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing is Hurts. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. They'll throw now on the final play. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. The Cards with a lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. Fielded just outside the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down. Murray a give. This is Connor. James Bradbury there to make the tackle.
Not a huge play, but I think they're more than happy with how it turned out. Don't be surprised to see them revisit that call because there was a lane there for more than just 5 yards. Put it in your back pocket and break it out when you need it later.
From just shy of midfield, Murray. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. So the incomplete pass there, but the roughing the passer call bails them out.
Which means you have to stay on the field on defense longer because you've given the offense free snaps, not to mention the free yardage after that mistake.
Murray now on first down. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
Murray now on first down. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against him.
Murray now to throw. On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was, Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Murray towards the end zone for Brown. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Prater on to add the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. Touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Phoenix, Arizona's the spot. Glad to have you along for the ride. Third quarter action and a 2nd and 10 upcoming. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Deep ball for Goodwin. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Fair catch called for and made at about the 32-yard line. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. On 2nd and 9, Murray. And he's got the hook up to Moore. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that'll leave him with a 3rd and 2.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Slot man moves right. Third and 2, and here's Murray. Caught by the tight end Ertz. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. That catch in his career is number 662, and that's significant because it ties him with Hall of Famer Ozzie Newsome.
Yeah, who was a wide receiver at Alabama before he transitioned in the NFL. And we're seeing similar attributes here because the ability to play inside, outside, flex out. He can catch it from any position and turn it into a big play.
Now he's got his eyes on 700. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll stay on the ground with Connor again. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple down inside the 35 to the 34.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And Pascal's got it. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 20-yard line. A third down conversion with a strong gain of 14. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Murray going to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on 1st down, then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback because that was awfully close.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Over the middle here to Brown. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or two short, and it's 4th down. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. It's Cardinal football. They're also out in front of the scoreboard as we get set for the 4th. And we'll begin it with a field goal try here. This to make it a 3-score game late. Prater's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle. A 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
Well, you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
The Eagles in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. Hurts sets up to throw it. Pressure comes and the Cardinals bring him down. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd.
Well, it's obvious, but I can't help but say it here. It's never a good day when the opposing defense has more sacks than you have points. The win seems likely, but this defense is still playing for something here. They see that 0 on the scoreboard, and they don't want that to change.
Now here's a throw that's complete. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 8. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
They'll try and throw for it with Hurts. To the sideline, and he's got it. They say the feet are down. Yes, the line judge says they're in. That'll be a 1st down. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Jalen Thompson picks it, and the Cards are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth-quarter lead. What a play there by Fletcher Cox to get in and knock him down behind the line. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But the bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, that's a defense coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now Murray. Hard throw, incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely, just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. On is the punter, Hawk, as he gets this one away. .35 yards that time on the punt. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And their 4-game win streak very much in jeopardy as they go to work here late with a 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation. To throw again on second down. Hurts. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Draw play, Elliott. And he is not going to get the first down as they'll spot this at about the 28. They're going on 4th down with Hurts. Steps away to his left. To the sideline, and he's got it. They say the feet are down. Yes, the line judge says they're in. That'll be a first down. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. So the big play gets them across midfield now for 1st and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Play action. Here's Hurts. Pass to Brown. He's got it on the crossing route. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Hurts connecting there with Brown for the Eagles first.
Here we go.
Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Ball at the 26, 2nd and 7. From the gun, it's Hurts. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game. And that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them, holding them under 200 today.
Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Cardinal defense is going to get the football back. It's Connor as they stay on the ground, and he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. The tackle by Nakobe Dean. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Throwing now is Murray. And this is going to be incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch it. Doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
This one winding toward a conclusion, and how would you assess how the secondary is played?
Well, we just saw them take another shot downfield that was incomplete, correct?
Correct.
So my assessment is that if anyone's played really well in this game, it's been the secondary. That was the latest example.
Yeah, they've been solid. Really, the whole defense has been solid. Still pitching a shutout. Hurts throw complete here to his receiver, Brown. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out.
Hey, team, right here.
But first down, Hurts. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play. But he could not pull it in.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Hurts. And my goodness, another interception. How about one last great play defensively, and that should, for all intents and purposes, finish off this shutout.
That's as good a defensive performance as we've seen in a long, long time. And I know as a team they will celebrate, but I will guarantee you the defensive guys, they'll get together somewhere and have their own private celebration. A shutout, that's something to be cherished.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They start with a give to counter, and it's looking all the more likely that a 5th straight win is going to be in the cards. They'll try to run some time here with a 1st and 10. certainly not the highest of scoring games, Charles. Their offense did some okay things, not a lot of points on the board, but enough for the win with how their defense was playing in this one.
Yeah, they certainly brought their A game, didn't they? They weren't fooled by anything that was presented to them from start to finish. That defense, they might as well have told their offense, guys, just kick a field goal. We've got it today.
So for Arizona, they improved to 5-0 now on the young season. They will hit the road next week to take on the Seattle Seahawks.